Good morning, clanmates. It's Space again with another This Week in Review. Today is November the 10th, 2019. This is going to be a long one, I think, because I got a lot of stuff I want to try and cover. So, let's see where we're at here, right? Overall clan rating currently at 60. This is a little bit frustrating, actually, because we were 45 last week, 45, and we've gone to 60. So clearly, we need to, up our game to get back into that 40. Lots of new people coming and going again this past week, which could explain why some of those numbers are up and going, because we need to sort of figure out how to mesh together with some of these new people. So new people, Rusty Jacks, Panzerstein, MMJH, Boff, Mr. Boff himself, Lord Sidious. I'm sure there's a connection there somehow. I don't know exactly what it is, but I'm sure there is. Big Guns, Baby, Corvallis, and all new guys that joined. We had a couple of what do you call those? Oh, geez, I can't even remember what the word is now. Promotions! So we had Metal, and we had Ober get promoted. I think actually, yeah, I got promoted. I was a private before, really. Sounds kind of silly. Now there's been a bunch of people that have left, because as you can see, we are at 99. So we had I've Been Fartin', which is really sad because I love that name. I imagine, I'm not 100% sure, to be honest, why he left. MMJH left, probably because we hadn't seen him in TeamSpeak or in any clan wars that I can remember. Mad Russian Academy. Mad Russian was fairly new, but again, I hadn't seen these guys online. Executive Order and Steel Candy probably just removed because of trying to get more active players in here and such, right? So now we got to talk about win rates, and this week I'm happy. You know why? Because there's no ZA commander in this stupid list. So I decided I'm gonna keep it for a while longer. We got Joe 150, Strider, and all beating out the cheater ZA. I know Joe doesn't cheat, so that makes me feel good. Win 8s. Recent win 8s, we got Lord Sidious. I know they play. I don't know if it's a he or what, but they play. Northern Lion I haven't seen, so I'm not going to exclude that. Edward I haven't seen. Dirty Deeds. Actually, I don't think I've seen Dirty Deeds. Half-Life is a new guy, 2200 win 8. Baby Talker is new, 2200 win 8. Mule is new at 2200. Ober, dude that I interviewed just last week, 2102. Very nice. Mr. Diablo, I haven't seen him in a while. Plausible, I have 2000. Captain Camo, obviously, 1975. You Hate Me, Lull, again, another good name, 1961. Laser Vision, haven't seen. Alex, yeah, I see Alex, 1891. Strider, 1871. Joe 150 at 1851. Scorpio Ray, 1812. I'm going to stop. I'm not going to say that name. I don't care what win rate it is. I'm not saying it. All right. In the Stronghold, there wasn't any changes, no building upgrades. We obviously been spending quite a bit of time in the global map, so we haven't bothered to upgrade any of this kind of stuff. Global map rankings. Okay, so here we're still doing pretty good. Overall ranking 53. Last week was 52, so we're definitely holding our own on this. Our EOLO rating did drop a little bit. It was 958. It is now 942. So it has come down a little bit, but we are putting in lots and lots of battles and doing very, very, well. Treasury. So I'm going to do this screen a little bit differently than I have been in the past. So in the past week, we have made 2,800 gold, and that puts our sort of grand total at 32,403. We did have some payouts. We paid out Load got a little bit, and Sick did a little bit. These 19 members. It seems like an awfully small amount. I'm not 100% sure. I'd have to ask Sick as to why there was that small payout there. Okay, now we're getting into the bulk of the sort of thing. So what have we been doing skirmishes wise? 31% win rate. Last week it was, or 32, I guess. Last week was 29, so that's better. Average number of games 4. Last week was 6. Again, I totally get it why we don't do these. More importantly is active players, 32, and it was 32 last week, so that's good. Shout out to Blood, 7 games, 57% win rate. Pretty sweet. And if I were to pick another person with decent amount, Stamina. Ooh, the old Lord Commander with his 6 games at 50% win rate. Sweet. Is he even still in the clan? No, he's a recruitment officer. I guess he's still in the clan. In advances. So what do we got going here? Advances, we have 33, 34% win rate. Last week we were 40%, so that dipped a little bit. Average number of battles, 12. Same as last week, it was 12. But the active number of active players was 51, which went up from 43. So that's an important number for me, because just the more games we do, the overall the better. And in here, who would I pick? I'm going to pick Strider. 24 games, 37% win rate. Oh, sorry. And then there's, I missed Jamie. I hope Jamie doesn't get mad at me. I skipped right past them. Screw Jamie. And actually Sortek too. Oh, okay. So clearly I'm not looking at some of these numbers. What am I doing? I can't even like... Okay, so look, in this list, the highest number is... That's like, I'm giving you like my verbal thought process so you understand. So in the current list that I can see, the highest number goes to Jamie. 22 games, 54% win rate. Sweet. Then the next person is actually Lord Commander Sortek at 40% with 32 games. And then we have Load at 42 with 28% win rates. Or, sorry, 28 games at 42% win rate. It's maybe a little too early for me to do these videos. Global map. 36% win rate. Last week was 37, so that's about in line. Average number of battles was 7. That's also same number as it was last week. But the number that is nice is 51% active players, where it was only 46 last. So that's pretty cool. Now again, in this list, I'm gonna try and do this better this time. There's a bunch of 40s. So Blood at 41, Dirt at 47, Zaw at 41, JC at 46, Sir Bonkers at 46, and Ober at 41. Oh, and okay, again, me at 50, Captain Camo at 50. See, the problem is that I can't organize. I would normally organize it this way, right? But then the problem is that we're not really highlighting the number of people doing like a lot of battles, which is not exactly what I want to look at. Who's doing the most amount of battles? Obviously, Blood was 17 games. That's worthy of highlighting, and then the fact that he got 41% is also worthy of highlighting. That's why I've done it that way. But all right, let's look at the Ops Center. So the Ops tell us that we're, for this campaign, still 43% win rates. It's interesting, we're losing two particular, clans, Brank and Last. Last we know is a very, very good clan. Brank, I would like to see us be more consistently winning against them. And this is QU, which I like seeing that green bar way up there. That's kind of nice. We're doing better on Corellia. You can see we've been playing a lot of games on Corellia, and we're getting close to breaking even, which I think is nice. Steps we do well. Ents we haven't played in a while, but we do well on Live Oaks. Similarly, I think with a little bit more training on Live Oaks, we could get that number to break even. Maravanka, the same thing, and we've been doing well on Cliffs and had a couple games on there. So I think Emperor's got some competition with Dirt. She has more games, but Dirt also has won more calls than he has lost. Again, BC's doing well on Corellia. Zaw's been doing well on Cliffs. Emperor hasn't called in a while, but still has that old record from Ents, which is nice. Somebody fixed this, which was kind of nice, because I don't think I had Artie, and this has been kind of interesting to see the Artie's number popping up in this map. Attendance. Okay, so attendance, I'm big on attendance. This is, we started off good, we dipped off lower, and then this is where we, for the past 2 weeks, had that increase in clan recruiting, and we're back up in here, which is quite nice, and you can start to see the average numbers start to change. So we're up over 20 people Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, barely on Thursdays, Friday nights, Saturday nights. So that's very nice to see. And still the best day for whatever reason is Wednesday. Wednesday we have more wins than losses, and probably the next one, which is like Saturday, which is pretty nice. Then this is just my overall sort of ELO numbers going up, win rates and stuff like that going down. Well, hopefully going down, and our gold payout, you can see how it's progressing. Now there's a couple of new things that I wanted to kind of cover off before we get into the interview. You'll notice when you log into TeamSpeak, you get a message about Sortek's new rules from the commander. It's essentially about talking politics, religions, and different things like that. So read it over. Do the man some respect. He took the time to think about this and write it out. So read it and then try to adhere to it. I know a lot of us, me included, are very comfortable in talking about politics, or let's just say differing opinions, and we wouldn't necessarily get offended by it or have difficulty with it. But there is obviously the potential that others do find it difficult to listen to or difficult to discuss. So it's best if we basically, try to refrain from any long, heated discussions about those kinds of things. I wanted to talk about the training room, because we still, especially with all the new guys that come in, under training, the channel training info, there's on the right hand side, there's spaces not so helpful videos. We got a fix for that. So it's which side, picking teams, green side, there's a bunch of videos. They're only like 2 minutes long, 3 minutes long. I know most of you have watched it, but please, if you're new, watch it. And most importantly, in Clan Wars or when we're staging, adhere to it. Right? Be prepared to do a red board. Don't ask, which map or which slide. Look at go to the battles channel and click on the right one. I know there's some confusion when we have, for example, a 945 game pop, and people are like, so which map is it? The easiest thing there is that to appreciate is that the battles only start at 9, 9:15, 10, 10:15. So if we're playing a time other than that, it has to do with the fact that we won the 9 o'clock battle. And the 9 o'clock battle, the easiest thing to do is look at which map. So 9 o'clock might be Karelia. And in the battles channel, it will say the time, but it will also say the map, and that's how you can sort of decide, is it the 9 o'clock strat or is it the 9:15 strat? So please watch those. Please adhere to these things that we're talking about, because it will help everyone else. The other thing that's in here is, are you available? This link over here at the very top. So that takes you to this thing. And I know it's a little bit confusing. I might do something a little bit different, but basically the way this works is that this is like the calendar of November, right? And so this is the week of the 10th. So it's not meant for you to fill out like the week of the 24th, because how in the heck do you know if you're going to be here on the 24th? But I know, for example, that I'm going to be here today, and I will also be here on Monday. So that's it. That's all you have to do, is just the day, or maybe the day and the next day. And obviously put in your name. That would be important. Hit submit. And try to do this on a regular basis, so that what happens is, if you see previous responses, it takes us to here, and a lot of the guys like BC and stuff like that, they can quickly look at this during, let's say 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, something like that, and they can quickly scan through and say, okay, the 10th, what do we got so far here? On Monday, we got basically 5 people that have signed up, but Thursday, Tuesday and Wednesday less, Thursday more. And that kind of, and if we all try to get into the habit of doing this, and we get obviously these numbers higher than 5, because 5 doesn't really tell us very much, but if this number gets up to 30 or 31, now all of a sudden BC can go, you know what, I'm going to chip 2 games, and we're going to have 2 battles running, 2 teams of 15. So that's why we're doing this. And I know, like, you want to jump on and you want to play tanks and be done with it type of thing, but this means that you get to play more global maps, more gold, more battles. You get picked for teams, because obviously if there's 30 in game and there's 2 battles shipping, that means that everybody is playing a game. So that's why we ask to do these things. It just helps us, get more games, more gold. All right, so now I got to do an interview. Who am I gonna? I always do this. I always ask myself, like, who in the heck am I gonna interview? Let me see if I can. I might do number of days. See, the problem is that who to pick? Starbright, I think, might be interesting. I haven't seen him, and he's not usually on during the day. Number of battles. You know what? I mentioned Blood a few times. I'm going to see if I can't wrangle Blood and do an interview with Blood. Hey, Blood, how are you?
I'm good. You?
I'm always good. So I'm here doing an interview of Blood because, just so you know, your name came up when I was looking through all the stats of all the different players that have played and how many games and how many wins. And your name, I think, came up 2 or 3 times. So I thought, oh, this is kind of interesting. I'll go see what this guy is all about. So what's your rank here in the clan? Do you know?
I think I'm a private.
And so I just asked to refresh my memory. You came over with Ober, right, from that other clan?
ITKU.
Yeah, ITKU. So how's that transition been? How you like Infix?
It's good. It's really good.
And what do you think is like? What's the best part that you like about being Infix?
Clan War.
Yeah, you like playing all the clan wars, eh?
Yeah.
So do I. It's interesting how all the things that you can do in this game, but the one thing that you can't do unless you're part of a decent organization is tier 10 clan wars, right?
I like being able to win and really win.
Well, and generally when I go through my list each week, the thing that I am looking for is the people who win the most in the previous week. So clearly you liking to win is resulting in you actually winning, because that, as I said, that's why I picked you for this interview.
Okay.
So the other thing that I ask everybody is kind of like what they want to do in the clan. What are they trying to do in the clan? Now, as a private, it's not like you're an XO where, you like everyone else, you can make decisions and you can make things happen. But even as a private, you have the ability to try and shape this clan or move this clan in a certain direction. What is it that you're, I guess the first question is, what is it that you would like to do more in this clan?
Maybe calling sometime.
You do have
I'm not especially. I don't need it right now, but eventually I want to call.
That's cool. You have a really cool voice.
I'm a Frenchie, so
clearly, but even just the low raspiness is pretty cool. So that's something that you would like to do, and so how do you want to get there? Do you want to try and call some tier 8 skirmishes at the beginning?
I will start with tier 8.
Yeah, that's cool.
Then I'll see with an advance.
Yeah,
and maybe clan war after that. I called for all alliance.
Oh, did you? Oh, so
Yeah.
previously from being in TKO, you were in Alliance?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. We fought those guys a couple times, and they're a pretty good clan. We've sort of, if I remember correctly, a mix of sometimes we win, sometimes we lose. So, and so on that front, so you were in All, and I imagine All did quite a bit of clan wars, and then TKO, you guys told me that you just didn't quite have enough people to.
Didn't add the people to play clan war and stuff like that.
Yeah. So how would Fix compare to All then? As far as clan wars,
I think we're better. Way better, I think.
And are we doing as many clan wars as All did? And
yeah.
And how do you find? Because one of the things that I also find interesting is like the procedure, right? So things like how to pick teams, red board, those types of things.
I like that.
And is that different than in All? Like, did All do that type of stuff, or was it?
Yeah, the strat sketch and everything like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So it is still similarly organized.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Anything else you would like to share about about yourself or about being in Fix, or pretty much anything?
I'm happy to be here, and that's pretty much it.
Do you want to give a shout out in French to all your Frenchies in here?
There's only one, I think.
There's only one. I thought I thought we had more guys from Quebec.
No.
Oh, well, maybe we should get more.
Yeah.
All right, Blood. Thanks very much for the interview.
Thanks. No problem.
So that was a really great interview. Hopefully you guys like that, and sort of meeting or having a one-on-one with another clanmate. And what are we going to do now? We're going to leave off on a little video highlight. So this is going to be kind of what BC was talking about a game. I'm going to show you guys this highlight from Brank on, what the heck is this? I can't remember. I don't even remember what this map is. I'm terrible with maps. Let's just watch the video.
Alright, mediums. Stay as close to the red line as possible. I'm lit.
Yeah.
Go down that low road, but don't go into the water. You're gonna have to go up because you'll drown if you go into that water right there. Get ready to fire on that T100 light. Any lights?
EBR, I want you to pass down to the bottom of the hill. The heavies don't need your help up at the top.
Give me a ping. Where? Where do you want
With the
EBR?
medium push.
Want us to keep pushing or gather up?
What do you want us to do?
LT100, continue to push. Heavies,
Alright,
push up the hill.
mediums, hang right here behind these bushes and get ready to snipe whatever that EBR lights. Or that T100, I mean.
Heavies, push the hill.
T95, 1892.
Mediums, get down in this little area right here. Where the T100 is. Ah, there we go. Shoot that bastard. I'm lit. Alright, let's help the T100 light. Start getting some shots on these. Don't have shots on them.
Sturv's gonna move.
Don't go too far ahead, T-Dog, because there's a shitload of stuff in them woods.
They're pulling back their heavies. You got to continue to push.
Alright, let's go. Let's go.
I
Fuck
keep
it.
getting tracked, that's why.
Just gonna be slaughtered over here.
Yep.
Move left and right. Kink and jive. Get ready to light some shit up.
There are 140s all up in there, guys.
Yep. There's a shit. Alright, there's a light tank.
TDs. There you go. Keep pushing across.
They're coming
Get
down
on
now.
the cap. Prosciutto, get up to the cap.
Get on that 140. Get on that 140 that's lit right here. He's a one shot.
Get on the cap. Don't fire if you're on the cap, not unless you're lit.
Push past. Sturv, get on cap.
Push past the
Sturv, go get on cap.
Anybody not on the
Make
cap
sure
right now,
that
please
you are
push. Yeah.
pushing these guys off. There's a 907 coming right now. That guy's got to be pushed back right now.
EBR, go. You can go
Two
if you need to.
907s, we need this one done.
907s. I'm trying to come it right now.
Come on, guys. Hold it up.
Got it. Got it. There you go. Nice.
No fire. No fire. No
Good job,
fire.
Really good job.
Nice
that was
job.
tight. That was tight.
Oh, yeah. Nothing like having two Sturvs on cap. All right, so that was a really good game with Dirt calling, and we capped out. It was very. I like when we flex the map. I like when there's an opportunity to cap to win. There was a couple. The Sturvs moved on their own. The meds, I think the EBR and one med sat on cap. I think we need to work on, seeing that opportunity because I think it presents itself or it's a potential more often, and we don't take that. And we need to know how to, push past and distract. Sometimes going out and driving in front of a tank and dying is how to win. Obviously, if somebody drove out in front of that 907, there was some shots taken to the Sturv to the right of me, but luckily he was the fourth person and it didn't result in a reset. But driving out in front of that 407 907 is can be helpful, and knowing that the team is capping, so getting 3 and luckily in this circumstance 4 is really, really helpful to have on cap, and then everyone else can can sort of run distraction, if you will. So that was a really good game. I was very, very happy with that. So that's the end of Spaces This Week in Review for November the 10th. Hopefully you guys like this one and sort of the added information. And we'll see you next week.